To transfer matters now, Manchester City striker Kelechi Iheanacho could well head to Tottenham Hotspur as part of a deal which would see Kyle Walker head in the opposite direction. Leicester City were earlier reported to have agreed in principle with Man City for the transfer of the Super Eagles forward, but the transfer has taken a new twist, with Spurs reluctant to allow Walker head to City. Mauricio Pochettino, that's the manager of Tottenham Hotspur, wants a transfer for Iheanacho as part of a deal for City to have Walker. And Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola is furious after Brazilian defender Dani Alves snubbed City to sign a 2-year deal with PSG on a free transfer. City could not match the £230,000 a week Alves will receive in France. Man City are now left with the option of Tottenham's Kyle Walker as top target at right back. On the other side of Manchester, United are stepping up their efforts to sign Inter Milan winger Ivan Perisic. United are getting closer to a deal for the forward, but Inter are sticking to their £48 million asking price for the Croatian international. Perisic has scored 18 goals in 70 Serie A games since joining Inter in 2015. Still with United, get ready everyone for the return of the Zlats. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has stunned Manchester United's medical team with his quick recovery and is expected to sign a new deal at United. Jose Mourinho is weighing up a short-term deal for the Swede until the end of the season next season. Now, Chelsea have now turned their attention to Borussia Dortmund forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The Gabon international is being offered to the Blues for £70 million, but Chelsea will have to fend off interest from AC Milan, who are already in talks with Dortmund, while PSG are also interested. Now, after losing Romelu Lukaku to Manchester United, Chelsea could miss out on Immanuel Bakayoko from French champions Monaco. Bakayoko's move is being delayed due to injury he sustained towards the end of last season. That injury needed surgery. Now, joining us is manager of non-league side in London, Western FC, Immanuel Adekunle. Glad to have you join us, Ima. Your non-league side, Western FC, is 13 years old this week, and the club doesn't fit into the equation of those involved in the big money moves. But Chelsea is not meeting their transfer targets. First, it was Lukaku. Now it's Bakayoko. What's happening to the Blues?
First of all, good morning, Solomon.
Good morning.
When it comes to transfer markets, it's always, it's a ding-dong affair. And this year's transfer market has been really, really crazy. I'm sure you agree with me on that. And Lukaku, for me, Lukaku is not the replacement that Chelsea needs for Diego Costa. Because Antonio Conte has been looking into getting Morata for a very long time. And I think he will still go for him, or maybe Aubameyang.
Well, Morata does not have the goal conversion ratio of a player like Lukaku, really.
Yeah, you can say that again. And as far as I'm concerned, Lukaku is not a big match player. He performs when he's playing with the little teams, and when it comes to the big stage, he disappears. You can see that in the league. You can see that in the FA and in the Carling Cup. You can see that all over. And when it comes to Morata, I don't know if you follow Morata. He was with Juventus, 2 seasons ago. And if you watch him, his goal ratio was perfect until he went back to Real Madrid, where his parent club. When he went back there, there are a lot of stars in Real Madrid, you know that, and he's got little chances of playing. But all the matches he's played, if you watch him properly, this is a world-class striker. Bakayoko
was also linked with Manchester United. Jose Mourinho seems intent on player jacking as long as it involves Chelsea. He just wants to hijack all the players.
Yeah, he did that with us when he was with Chelsea, isn't it? So he's trying to flex his power again. Anyway, he's a top manager, and he can get whatever player he needs. And as you know, Manchester United is the biggest club in the world right now, as we speak. In terms of fan base and in terms of what they are worth. So I don't think we need to to fight or to contest with them on that. We are the Premier League champions. Chelsea. So we get what we want, and they get what they want. And as far as I'm concerned, we need Morata or Aubameyang.
Right, to Super Eagles and Gennett Runner, I thought all over the world the technical committee makes input in team selection in the national team. Why should this be an issue in Nigeria at the moment? The coach is threatening to quit because of that.
Yeah, Nigeria is a different planet, my brother. You know that. Nigeria is a different planet. Whatever works in Europe, whatever works in America, even in China, doesn't work in Nigeria. It doesn't. So I believe what I would suggest is let them, the gentleman, I mean the Super Eagles coach. For me, I don't even know him until he became a Super Eagles coach, and I would prefer a local coach. I prefer a local coach who understand our culture, who understand our players, who understand how people reason, and I would suggest a coach right now who is with Eyimba United, who is Coach Benga Ogumbote. He's been performing really well. I think they should look into that and forget about all these foreign coaches.
Right, thank you very much there, Immanuel Adekunle. And that will be all of sports at this time. The breakfast show continues.